went to a shop, and then as I was walking in, their tinter was walking out. So I basically opened the door for him. He walked out, I walked in. They asked me if I knew how to tint. I told them yes. I didn't. I was barely starting. And then I worked there a month, and he fired me. You'll never be a tinter. Watch, 30 years later, still tinting.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Born in Tint podcast. I'm Ricky. I'm glad to be here with my big brother, Josh. What's going on, everyone? Today, we had a really fun conversation with a local tint veteran, Jose with 702 Tint, specializing in mobile window tint. Really fun conversation. Check it out. No, when we first started doing it, I've went back and watched and listened to the first couple of episodes, and I'm like, oh, dear. But, you know, it's like anything that you do, though. It takes repetition. You got to do it over and over again. No, I just started doing that. I was instructed by our business mentor I need to start putting out more pitch videos of just me. And he's like, don't get Jordan involved. Don't get Jordan involved. Just record it on your phone, post it yourself. And the first one took me, and it was like, he literally shot one for us while we were at our meeting. He's like, all right, do something like this. First take, nails it. I come back here and I try to do it. And I finally get it done. It's been like an hour and 10 minutes, and I want to put my head through a wall. It's because it's like I just want to be done. Finally get one that I think is like, all right. I'm like, all right, this is gonna have to do because I ain't spending more time doing this. And I went through my phone and selected all the videos I recorded, and there was a good amount of like 2-seconders, like instantly stumbling over the first word, and it ended up being it was on my 164th take.
Wow!
I hit it. Yeah. Oh, it was bothersome.
He told me, I was like, no way, dude. Yeah. What?
Yeah. I've gotten better the past few days though, because I mean, I was trying to obviously mimic his video, and I kept getting tripped up on words, and that's like, and then also when you're staring at yourself at your phone, it's like I find myself staring into my own eyes, and it's like, and I forgot what I was supposed to say, and let's redo this again. But
that's the beauty of it though, too. Though is like I think people are afraid to even hit record. If you mess up, you don't have to post it. True. And you can record as many times as you want until you get it right, you know?
Yeah.
I got our advertising people telling the same thing. You got to take more recording of yourself doing. Yeah. I can't.
Well, we've had so many guests on that are like new to business, and that their business is blown up because that's the one thing that they just started doing immediately, and they're like brand new, and they blew up because they're constantly just talking in front of the camera. And,
yeah, I can't.
It gets easier. It definitely does get easier. I mean, like Allie from Ace of Shades, she's in Georgia? No, North Carolina. I think she's now 3 years into the industry, but her following is gigantic. 75, probably even bigger than that now. The last time I saw it, or the first time she came in, it was like 75,000.
Yeah, if you want to see what you should do, follow her page and just look at what she's doing.
The girl that does flat glass?
She does now.
She does now.
Yeah.
She it's her and her husband. They just opened a brick and mortar, I think, at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, he does detailing, and then she got out of the military and started tinting cars. And then she's just putting her foot down and nonstop.
Yeah, I see her a lot. So.
Yeah.
Oh, all about volume. Yeah. Volume. I mean, that's what we ended up doing. It was just going all in with content and volume, and it works.
Are you guys related?
Brothers.
Yep.
Yeah. So second generation. Our dad opened the shop in '83.
Yeah. I worked here a day. Long time ago.
Really?
Yeah. All right, we got to hear this.
When was this?
Oh man, I was a long time ago. You guys were kids too. No, we're way before that. Like 15. Was it? Yeah, it was. Way.
Yeah, I was in high school.
I was working down here, strictly Tint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I came here, worked a day, and then went back over there.
That's funny.
When did you start tinting?
When I was 16, 17.
So what's the story? Was it just because
I'd
say there's a pretty typical story that we always get, and it's an industry wide story. But what got you into it?
I had a kid, so I had to grow up, running the streets, and I had to do something. So.
Well, how'd you fall upon tint?
I paid some guy to tint my truck, and then after he started, I'm like, I could do that.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
Yeah, that's the story right there. That's usually typically it. It's either you want going to get something done for yourself and then seeing them do it and you charge me what?
Yeah.
Well, that's all you're doing?
That's
I can do that.
That's exactly how it happened. And then after that, I actually started practicing, and then I went to a shop, a upholstery shop that did tinting. And then as I was walking in, their tinner was walking out. So I basically opened the door for him. He walked out, I walked in. And they asked me if I knew how to tint. I told them yes. I didn't, I was barely starting. And then I worked there a month and he fired me. You'll never be a tinner. Like, watch him.
Well, that's funny.
30 years later, still tinting.
Yeah. So I see that your son works for you too.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
How old's your son?
He's 22.
How long have you worked with him?
Probably all his life.
All his life?
Yeah.
How does that, is that, because I know that me and my brother, between the two of us, I know him and my dad butted heads harder than me and my dad did. But how am I trying to ask this? How does that relationship play out when you guys are working? Is there a lot of headbutting or?
Oh, no. We and my son we don't headbutt or nothing.
Oh,
It's
that's
just he don't like the heat, so I'm in the heat all day long because we're mobile. He don't like. He told me the only way I'll go work for you is if you get a shop.
I get it. Now, mobile is hard. That's one thing that we don't do is mobile for the sole reason just logistics of it. My dad did it to begin with when they opened up in California. How many vans did he have?
Quite a few, I think. 1.6 or 7. Oh, I just said it.
What
Damn
part
it.
of California?
Simi Valley. Yeah.
She was from.
Yeah, Simi Valley. I think at one point he had 4 locations, one in Simi, and then I don't know where the other ones were, but they weren't far. And then right before we moved out here, was like right when the Gulf War hit, and there was like a little bit of a downturn, and all of a sudden he's back to just the location in Simi.
You guys have one in Santa Barbara?
No, but he had a bunch of buddies who like still have shops in California to this day. Will. Will's close to Simi, isn't he?
I'm pretty certain.
Yeah. He might be in Agora Hills or somewhere like that.
There's a big flat glass guy in Santa Barbara. Coast something. I work for him too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of big guys out there. My dad knows more people out there than we do. It's just
He knows definitely more people in California.
Yeah.
I'd say we know more people now countrywide.
Industry-wide. Yeah.
Industry-wide.
Yeah.
Not state country, industry-wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely two different eras.
When did you come out here?
2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
From
California, yeah.
Okay.
North of Santa Barbara.
Okay. Yeah, there's plenty of tent work out there.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Money out there. So.
Yeah.
Well, same thing. That's where we get lucky to being in Vegas. There's too much. There's so much work out here that it's.
Yeah. Just how hot it is, and then the population just keeps growing. So.
Oh yeah. We're almost 2 per rump. So.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Getting there. Very close.
I think we were barely at 1 million or under 1 million when our parents moved us here. Now we're at like 3.
3 million, yeah.
Yeah.
And let alone when you go out to Kyle Canyon, go out to Mount Charleston, it's like you get off there and now there's communities on that road.
Yeah. Every time I go out a job out there, I'm like, this can't be real. This is nuts. I can't believe there's homes out here now. This used to be like, felt like you drove way out of town to get here.
Used to, yeah.
Yeah.
Not no more.
No.
Yeah.
Ann Road was like, oh, I gotta go to Ann Road. Oh my God. Now I hear Ann Road. I'm like, oh, it's right there.
Yeah, true.
You mainly do mobile auto?
I do mobile everything. Yeah.
Yeah. You do residential commercial too?
Residential.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I do it all.
Nice.
The only thing I don't do is the high because I'm scared of heights.
Yeah.
Understandable. I used to be able to handle heights pretty well. If I need to do tint, I can, but I don't enjoy it as much as I used to.
No.
Yeah, one of our young guys just came back today. Like, man, I had to bust out the skyscraper because we've got it with a big, little giant skyscraper. And he was like, man, I hate that ladder.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
What is the big ladder? The skyscraper?
Yeah,
That's the highest I go.
Yeah.
I don't go nothing higher than that.
Yeah. And typically, if it's that high and it's not like 1 or 2 windows, we're using a lift at this point.
Yeah.
Boom lift.
Yeah.
Make life easy. Or know someone that has a vehicle that has a lift built onto it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. We got lucky. We had a job that we were doing exterior on up in Seven Hills. And they had 3 windows. For some reason, he thought that we'd be able to reach from the roof. But like if you're Shaquille O'Neal, you weren't reaching the top of one of the windows. It just wasn't happening. So at the time, I was getting it priced out to get just a mobile lift, just like to put that you can put on the back of a truck to hitch and drag out there. And at the time, we had one of our clients that we do graphic work for It's like, hey, I need some logos on this van. And then I look at the van. It's a van with a boom lift on it. I'm like, how about this? Can I borrow your van for the morning and I'll put your logos on for free? And he was like, done. I was like, okay.
Trade work is good.
Yeah. That it'd be like, that thing was actually pretty sweet. I actually wouldn't mind trying to find another one kind of like that just to have.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because
when I was in Texas, the graphics guy that was right next to my shop, he had one.
I can see getting to a certain point, adding that to the fleet when it makes sense.
Yeah.
Beyond some sign work that we do, just the exterior work we've been doing a lot of exterior film. And
that's weird. I've been doing a lot of exterior film lately too.
Well, the warranties have gotten so much better, and when you start realizing the heat rejection so much better, and then on commercial you start realizing like a dentist office or small commercial office building, like I don't got to move furniture around. I don't got to take blinds down. Like if it's pull gaskets, like.
And everything I like to go in early, so
exactly.
That's the biggest.
The scheduling makes us super flexible. Yeah. Huge.
We can tell our guys, hey, you're gonna go start at 5, but when you're done, you're done.
Yeah.
You don't gotta wait for anyone to show up to this part of the building, only this part. And you get done, you go home.
No. I didn't realize how much more the heat rejection was.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like so much more. And the warranties now, you can get a 10-year warranty, and it's like most films interior on a commercial building is only 10 or 12 anyway. So they're like, you can give me this much more heat rejection, and you can get it done sooner.
You don't have to move. Deal with nobody.
They're like, all right, sign me up.
Yeah. I like going way early in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning. I'm in there, hit it and get out.
Yep.
Yeah. No, when I was installing I love jobs like that. Let me start. Like, how early? Well, what time do you want to come out? I was like, how early can we come out?
Oh, sorry.
It's one of those things like how early you guys want to come out? And it's like, well, how early can we? As early as you want. And I was like, don't tell me that because my guys will start at 4 a.m.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, oh well, okay, like 6. I'm like, okay. Like, all right, I'll set it for 6. I was like, because you leave it up to my guys, they're gonna come out as early as they possibly can. Just because, especially when it's summertime.
Oh.
Summertime, you have to.
You have
to. Winter, we have a little bit more leeway of, you can do it in the sun. Actually, I feel better to do it in the sun. But summertime, it's like it's a non-negotiable.
No.
My guys will be there at 5. Why so early? Well, they have to install the film.
Windows get hot.
Yeah, you can't put film on a window that has sun baking on it in the middle of summer.
You can. It's just a nightmare.
Get a quality install though. I don't know.
You can do it. It's just gonna take forever, especially if it's a big window.
2 guys, a lot of soap.
Yeah,
a lot of soap.
Too much soap.
Yeah, enough soap to make it a removable film if you ever want to pull it off.
I've had customers also tell me to come and put their turf film on while the sun's baking it because they want to know which windows. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah, I know.
No, yeah.
I'll burn myself.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much turf film fit for us. When we offer someone a guarantee for their turf, it's like you have to do the side of your house. You can't cherry pick the windows.
No.
Because we don't know what the glare is coming from different times of the year, and we can't sit there and like, all right, well, it's 3 months further along. Let me give them a call. Like, is the sun hitting it yet? It's like, no, we gotta cover your whole side of your house. Manufacturer, that's the only way they'll back the warranty is covering the whole side.
Oh yeah.
Some people will be like, we don't care. And it's like, all right, well, just, it's said, it's in the paperwork.
Which
so
is the good customers.
Yeah. It's completely up to you. So, but yeah, there's been a lot of turf burn. We've been trying to lean into that as heavily as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Because that problem's not going away.
No.
That's one that shocked me. If you'd have told me like 6 years ago how much we'd be installing that, I'd have been like, what? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a daily thing now.
Yeah. You get called a lot for that now.
Yeah.
Have you been experiencing window breaks?
Like what do you mean?
With the exterior? It's one thing that's the one thing we've been experiencing. And it's been on pretty much almost all new builds.
Really?
I almost would guarantee it's all new builds. The glass isn't as good as it used to be.
And if there's any type of little nick on the edge, then
a lot of I've done some installs that I had some windows crack, but they're always on the edge, and especially in the center, in the center and the edge.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it's either not polishing the edge of the glass, so it's just a fresh cut. And if there's anything wrong with that edge, as soon as you put any film or any product on it, that little extra absorption.
I did it with pressure. I just when I was squeegeeing.
Oh, wow, squeegeeing. Yeah, those are the
Like,
worst.
whoa.
We've had a couple of those. I'll get the phone call. So squeegeeing, and it's like, I already know what's coming next. And like, all right, let him know. Window guy's on his way out. We'll get it measured. We'll get it replaced.
Yeah,
It's
what
not-
can you do?
Yeah, there's not much we can do
That's
about that.
about it. What film are you using?
Johnson's.
Okay.
Yeah, we use Johnson. We just Johnson's Medical and what's the other one?
Huper?
Optics. Yeah.
Hooper?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just picked up Hooper this past year.
I like Hooper.
Haven't done too much on the Hooper side, but the Edge films we've been selling. That's
Is good?
what our turf
Yeah.
protection film is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kratz was the only one who, or should I say, that manufacturer was the only manufacturer so far to step out and give an actual turf burn guarantee.
Oh.
Because, I mean, there are plenty of products across all the manufacturers. They all said the same thing. Because I went to 3M, I went to Solar Gard, I even went to Madigo. I think I even talked to Johnson too. And they all said the same thing, is we have a film that'll work, but it wasn't designed for that, but it should work. And I was like, I can sell it to my customer, but I don't like selling it to my customer, telling me, hey, this is what it does. But it's like, we could just take the liability ourselves, which, I mean, we still kind of do, but it's nice to know with at least Edge, we can get up to $1,000 from them. I think we've had 2 or 3 turf burns in the past year. And
With Edge?
which,
Oh.
yeah, and
They've been weird scenarios where it's
yeah.
like a 3rd story window, or I just had a weird angle.
yeah, it's very, very weird projects. Yeah, most of them, 2 of them were the high angle windows, which it's like at that point we have to put perf on. Sorry, like there's no film that's going to solve this problem. One was weird. It was just 2 3x5s, about 2 feet off the ground, 3 feet off the ground on the side of the house, and just the way the house was angled and the way the sun was hitting. And it was good turf too, because it was from Big Bully. We do a lot of their clients, so I know it was good turf. And yeah, with the first day we installed it, they had already patched it and fixed it. We installed the film, and like the day later, the guy sent me a picture, burnt again. So I went out there and put perf on. I think it was the side of his house. Like, he didn't care about the aesthetic. He's like, obviously I can't have my turf burn. And we located which windows it was. So I just put the turf, or put the screen over the tint itself, just stuck it on there for him. And then they processed the warranty, got it replaced. But that was the only one that's like, walking up to it, I would have thought, like, there was no bow in the window, there was nothing. And I was just like, dude, you're the first one, man. Sorry. And he was cool about it, and he was happy that I have the backing, the guarantee, because it ended up being like $800 repair. Actually, not even that. It was like $600, so it was fully covered. So
Good.
it worked out. But I can't say I don't think I've ever actually installed Hooper's film. I should light a piece of it.
We got all the material and stuff once we became a dealer to be able to use it, but I just leaned so heavy into the Panorama products. I've never.
Yeah.
They're all so comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just comes down to warranty.
It's not broke. Why fix it?
Yeah. Well, the big one's the window warranty, especially for the interior films. At least with Panorama, being a premier dealer, they'll match any window's warranty. So if you run into a Pella or an Anderson or a Milgard where they have the high-end window that's got a lifetime warranty on it, it's matched.
They'll take over it?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So I just had one recently in Lake Las Vegas that our bid was twice the other person's bid, but they're still going to go with us because we can match the Anderson warranty, which is huge.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, no, that's the main reason. That's the one thing that I say Solar Gard has on everybody right now is that warranty program. I know with Huper, I'm assuming with Huper, because you can do it with Edge, you can extend the warranty and move it up to like a platinum, which I think buys you like $6,000 in coverage per pane. I'm not sure if it matches, but I know it extends the years too, and it's like $1.
I think it takes it from 10 to 15.
I think so. It moves it, and it's forget how much per square foot, but you just pay more per square foot. So it's
worth it though.
Oh no, absolutely. All of our projects now, if we're using that film, we usually extend the warranty on it, because it's not the film that's breaking the glass. I know that. I know it's just bad glass. And after our first couple of breaks, I had to call my rep, and I was like, "Hey man, this is like the 6th one. Like, we good?" And he was like, "We expected it. You're good. Don't worry about it." I was like, "All right." So I want to make sure all of a sudden you guys send me an email like, "Hey, we're not doing this program no more because of costs." But it's the amount of work we've picked up because of turf versus and how much we've bought, how much film we've bought. They're just like, hey, we expect this to happen. With new builds, I've only had one house that we couldn't do the project. One window broke, talked to the customer, told her we're going to do the rest of the windows because like it happened as we were installing. All of a sudden, a second window broke. And then it was like I talked to her again, kind of explained to her what was happening. She was fine with it. It was KB home too. And then the third window broke, and that's when I told my guy pull the film off the entire job of refunding her money. Wow. And thankfully, like we were already in like talking with her, and she was already calling her builder, letting her builder know, like, hey, I found some broken windows, like because it was I think it was like they just moved in. So I told her, I was like, when the builder comes out, for some reason the builder gives you any grief about replacing these, let me know. I'll replace them. But with the third window breaking, I'm now at a point that I want to solve your problem, but I can't because I can't keep snapping windows, you know? So, and they were cool about it, and I'm hoping they found something to do with either. I think that we're going to go with solar screens, which sucks to hear, but
yeah,
is what it is, you know? They wanted to be able to actually take them down, not put perforated screen on, which again, like perforated screen solves the problem, but it looks ugly as hell.
Yeah, like you're confined in there.
Yeah. No one likes the way that looks.
So your boy does, when he's not working with you, is he still tinting or does he do something else?
No, he's a sous chef, right?
Oh, cool.
Sous chef, yeah. I mean, he has his job.
So for him, it's like a side hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
nice.
mean, when there's big jobs, then yeah, he goes with me.
Nice.
He does, you know. But I would love for him to be with me all the time.
Yeah.
That's a in-house subcontractor right there. You get the big job. He's like, oh, I'm good for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Want to do this job? What does it look like? No, I'm good.
Well, see, he only helps me in flat glass, so
That's even better. That's like
even
the
better.
perfect side hustle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes, he does his thing and gets paid and goes home.
Nice.
No, that's one thing we've done this past year is grow our subcontracting network. And, you know, realizing how much bringing people on. I like our crews right now are solid, and
Good.
Still want to increase the size, probably one more person per department. But beyond that, for any big jobs and stuff, it's just been cultivating relationships between people and guys that are pretty much like, hey, you got a big job, give me a call. I'll come to Vegas. And it's like, perfect.
Yeah, it's good to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look forward to next summer because I'm, you know, obviously things are dying down. How is business for you right now?
Slowing down too. Yeah.
Mm.
I hate this time of season when it goes on neutral mode.
Yeah, no, I think I've gotten hit up by at least 3 people now, pretty much saying if I'm looking for someone to hire. And it's like, one of the guys is like, you should know better. Not right now, but I'll still take the resume and still have the conversation. Yeah. And then just guys emailing in, just looking for work. And it's just like, believe me, if all of a sudden I get a huge influx, I'll give you a call.
And if you still need something, call us in February.
Yeah.
Right now, just chill now.
Yeah. It's crazy though. We got a bunch of big projects pending right now. So a couple of them land and all of a sudden it's a good winter. So
that's what it takes for winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you see most of in winter? Do you see flat or auto?
In the winter, flat. Yeah.
Solar or security?
Solar.
Solar?
Yeah.
You doing a lot of security?
I do security, but I haven't gotten, I do little jobs, but I haven't gotten good enough jobs.
Yeah. They're fun to a point. They're fun until you start laying attachments down.
Yeah. See, I haven't done attachments yet. I just do all the Dow 99.
Yeah.
That's
all we do too.
Yeah.
We've used the tape in the past, and that stuff's a pain to work with.
You do freehand?
No.
I can on commercial. We've done a couple big projects where we've kind of had to because they're so big and they're commercial that I've gotten pretty good
setting. It depends on the project itself and what you're letting your customer, what the finished result's going to look like.
It's like 99% taping tool though.
Yeah,
it looks so much better. But I've gotten pretty good freehanding it. It's got to be like a warehouse or something where nobody cares what it looks like.
Just in case.
The exterior with
we can talk about it. We're going to post photos and videos of us doing it.
Oh, we had to put exterior on a bunch of big giant windows outside of this building on a lift, and the windows are 10 feet tall.
Oh,
and it all needed to be dowed because they're all tempered. And so that was him on the lift, operating the lift, while I would start an edge freehanding it, and then he would just lift the lift, and I would feather the trigger based off the lift. And by the end of it, they were looking fantastic. It was really good. But they're like way up in the air, and
14 feet off the ground just to get to the bottom of the
And there was like
one.
little 20-something inch tall ones above those 10-foot ones that are really high up. So that's where I practiced. And then by the time I did all of those, it's like, all right, now let's do the big ones. And it was like, I'd lay the bottom edge. And then as soon as I start going up the left side, he'd start raising the lift. And then I'd finish the top and we go back down and run the other side up. It was a fun one.
Yeah, because it ended up being like 100 and something panes. And then we started looking at the fact that, like, all right, if we tape this is going to take us another.
This is gonna add 2 days.
Yeah, that's 2 days to do this.
Especially without Chuck's tools.
Yep.
Chuck's tools might have actually convinced us to tape it.
Well, whenever if we ever go replace that, I tell you this, we're not doing all 4 sides. We're doing the top and bottom.
Yeah.
And that's it, because that's going to hold it in place.
The only reason they did it was they were having nickel sulfide inclusion where windows were just spontaneously breaking and raining glass down on their customers coming in the entryway.
No, they got lucky. It never happened. It was to stop that from ever happening. They had one bus right above the opening, and it held together, thankfully.
Yeah.
So after that happened, at first they tried blaming the glass company, blamed the film. I went out there and I looked at it, and every single window that was tinted was tempered. So I let them know, I'm like, the glass company is just trying to skirt out of, unfortunately, that's defective glass. Like there's no ifs, ands, buts around. Like this film's rated to be on here. B, it's tempered glass. Film can't break tempered glass. Only bad glass will break. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, just randomly I'm like, yep, that's just bad tempered glass.
So they're like, we either got to replace all these windows or we got to do something to keep that from happening. So
Crazy.
Yeah.
Scary.
Because they had 4 windows pop, and I think it was like 2 years. And when I talked to Solar Gard, I talked to 3M about it too, and they both said the same thing. Yeah, that's a glass problem. One every 5 to 8 years, that can happen. 4 that quickly, that's a bad batch of glass, unfortunately. Wow. And is what it is. And I think that's one of the first times I actually finally realized, or I was told what that was. And then I had one happen over in Lake Las Vegas where we had tinted a slider and it just randomly popped, and I went and took a picture of it, and I could actually find the figure 8. It was right in the middle of the window. You can see where it busted from middle out. And I showed the guy. I showed the guy, and he same thing. It was a new house. So I told him well, the tint's on here. I don't know what they're going to do. He's like, oh no, they're going to be replacing this. And they replaced it. I'm surprised. He was able to at least get them, I won't say bully them, but you kind of have to be very aggressive with the builder. And they replaced it.
That's great. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised.
I've seen it happen on a car before too.
Back windows?
Yeah.
It's happened to me a lot.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I never experienced it.
It was here. I think you knew about it. It was, yeah.
That's probably too young. Only windows I've seen break in here are Tesla back window.
Ouch.
From heat.
Too much heat?
Yeah, I think they were steaming it. We've had 2 pop. We had 1 pop because they left the heat on the outside for too long. We had the second one pop. We were replacing a back window. It just had some contamination in it. So we were replacing it, and we were trying to rush it off, and they were using a steamer and just held it in a spot for too long. And now that piece of glass is sitting on a glass rack over there, and that is our window we use to shrink our back windows.
Practice with,
Yep.
Why not?
Even just the ones they're going to install, instead of shrinking it on the car, they just shrink it on that one.
Yeah. As they replaced it, I was like, did any of that break go through the outside? And we felt the outside. I was like, no. I was like, can I have that? And they're like, oh, we don't care. And I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah. Practice glass.
Let me turn this mistake into something positive. Yeah. So, I mean, it's been nice because now I don't have to worry about my guys working on someone's window. They can just shrink it on that window. And
do your cuts if you have to on there too.
Yeah. Another one I got to get is a Honda, 4-door Honda Civic hatchback.
The ones with the wings on.
You got to take everything apart. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I can get that off in about 10 minutes now. It's like the first time I had to do one of those, I tried shrinking. I was able to get standard dye film on. Like I could shrink it on the mirror after I got it formed pretty much on the window, and then shrink it on the inside. It's just getting ceramic to do that.
Yeah.
It's like you can, but it's got to go perfect, or you just wasted a good 30, 40 minutes. And in crystalline, it was, I'm not going to attempt it because no. So it was like, thankfully someone loaded a video on YouTube, hopped on YouTube real quick, typed out what I was looking for, found a video where a guy went through the entire breakdown. And it's like, I think about 20 bolts. And it's like excessive to get to the certain areas you need to get to just to get the one thing off.
Yeah.
But it comes apart real easy. You just got to do it once or twice, and it's just rinse and repeat.
Yeah, I've never taken them apart. I'm too scared.
Yeah, they're not that bad. There's one area that you have to be careful with. These little rubber things that clip over the plastic on the inside, the very bottom. You have to peel back the plastic and reach in and actually push on the clips. Otherwise, it stretches those areas out, and they'll go back in, but they go on loose, and it just doesn't look good. So I did that once, replaced them once, never did it again. Found a better way to take it off and made sure that, okay, guys, this is how we do this now, and showed them. But that's one other glass that I know I need to purchase. I think the last time I tried purchasing it, and I should have, I think it was like $400 or $500. I don't even want to know what it costs now.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, glass is ridiculously expensive now. It's unbelievable.
Well, they say it's cheaper to break the windshield than any other piece of glass in the car.
Windshield? Oh, no.
No?
I wouldn't touch a windshield. Kia Telluride, we just had to replace one. OEM glass, $3,300.
Wow.
Sensors.
Because they have sensors, yeah.
So if you have a windshield that doesn't have a sensor on it, then you're in the clear. I mean, like our vans, I think were 360, which
460.
Yeah, which is like that's not bad. But as soon as you start climbing, like now with the sensors, we just pick up the windshield protection film.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the reason why all the manufacturers are coming out with that now, because those windows with the sensors on them are worth putting that film on now.
Oh yeah, we had a Ford Explorer that we tinted that we ended up putting some micro scratches on, and it was a brand new vehicle, so it was just we ordered the window. That was $1,400 for that windshield. Yeah, just I would say policies changed after that window.
So do you guys do that rock chip film stuff?
The
windshield protection film?
Yeah.
Now we do. We
have Solar Guards. It's pretty much like it's a clear bra. It's the TPU. It's not that
shrinkable or just
no.
It's like stretches on. You don't even know how to shrink it.
You just squeegee it on. I'd say it's not really a downfall, but the only thing is it's just that stuff's expensive.
Yeah,
it costs a little bit more than clear bra cost.
Yeah,
so it's just really expensive. But the ease of the install is night and day compared to because we've messed with Clearplex before. And, you know, you have shrinking of it. You got to get all the way to the edge, and I mean, I think we did it once, and then we're like, all right, we're not doing this again.
The name that we deal with.
Madico has Clearplex, don't they?
Yeah,
we just started carrying.
You got Clearplex.
And
Expel's got a version.
I haven't even used it, so I don't know nothing about it.
Madigo's got a hard coat, if I'm not mistaken. I think Madigo has a hard coat one that has heat rejection to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I have has IR in it.
Yeah.
That's probably, I assume it's almost Madigo's.
No, it's not Madigo.
No,
it's some other company.
But that's starting to become a heavy thing now, too. I'm fairly certain there are multiple manufacturers that are doing the same thing. That eventually it's going to be, instead of selling the windshield on the inside, just sell the outside because it's end up getting better heat rejection.
Yeah, easier to
and dual purpose. So
it's called Solar Tint Wholesale.
I have to look it up.
Yeah,
it's a new guy, I guess, but yeah, it's expensive as hell.
Yeah.
So how long have you been your own thing? Because I know you
were 5 years now. 6 years.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What prompted you to do that?
I used to work for a tint shop here before 7 years I worked for him. Very nice guy. You guys probably know. But yeah, I told my wife it's time for us to go. You know, why make this guy money? Again, very nice guy. But I just needed to do our own, and yeah, we just said, screw it, let's go.
Nice.
So, and then a month later is when we got hit with COVID. And then
being mobile was probably good at that point.
Well, it messed with my head because you know how they shut us down.
Yeah.
And, I went crazy. I ended up in a hospital, stressed out, and then not even a week later, I just got calls. I got booked and haven't stopped since.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a moment that was scary, and the same thing for us. Like we sort of like semi shut down the lobby way. Then we found out that we're considered essential because business license is automotive repair.
Yep.
And then for the residential commercial side, they couldn't stop people from getting work done on their homes for the same reason. And so we had a ton of security film coming in. We had a couple decent accounts for automotive that were like county. And then we like updated our websites where people can just purchase and everything online and then just drop their keys off. And then we were the busiest we ever were, like almost immediately. So it went from like, oh my God, what are we going to do? The strip's closed. Like this town's in trouble to like everybody moving here from California that works from home and realizing that they don't have to be locked down and that they can work from anywhere and cut their cost of living, the flat glass side of the house just blew up. And it was like, okay, well, maybe this wasn't as bad as we thought.
See, that's what's helping us a lot is everybody works from home. So we just show up in the garage, do your thing, and I don't have to deal with you. I don't even talk to you.
Do you have a certain standard that the garage, you have to have a garage, or you just don't care?
I have to have a garage. No,
okay.
Oh, that's smart.
Nothing outside.
Okay.
That's smart.
Nothing.
No, because that's definitely something where it's like I said, we get asked and then we get tell them no, and unfortunately, like those people that we obviously end up losing because it's like, nah, I need you to come to me. Yeah. I think what we'll do is courtesy wise, it depends on where they're located. If they're located anywhere between where I live and the shop, I'll come pick it up from you. Yeah, or if they work somewhere where it's close to our shop, and it's like we'll go pick it up and do that. But the mobile thing, it's just. I definitely think there's a way to scale it and do it, but it's like one of those things like I'm okay with. Unfortunately, I can't service that part of the market. And it is what it is. You know,
we can send it to us, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say we could definitely send them your way.
Yeah,
definitely will.
Yeah,
because we do come across people that are like, no, I want mobile ones. It's like, unfortunately, we just don't offer it.
Yeah, I actually enjoy doing mobile because I'm not stuck in a shop.
Yeah,
go here. See the world while it's moving.
Yeah. That's I'd say that's the biggest plus side too. Because right now I have one of my flat glass guys that he's intrigued and learning. He wants to learn auto and he wants to learn paint protection. And when I bring any of my guys in too, because most of the time we bring someone in, we train them from the ground up. Depending on what department I'm pushing them in, it's like, all right, I need you to learn this over here. After you learn this, if you want to learn more, I've got zero problem teaching you because the more you know, the more valuable you are, the more money you're going to make. But like that's the thing is like he wants to learn a little auto, so every once in a while he can get the change of scenery. Because right now he's just getting, which I've tried warning him. Like I'm telling you right now, you're gonna do auto for a bit, you're gonna be in the shop for a bit, and you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go back out to flat glass now. Like, but it is nice to have because I mean I enjoyed that. I was the auto installer to begin with, and then I hopped over to flat for a couple of years, and then I just became the utility knife. Wherever we were busy, I was needed. If we were crushed in the shop, I stayed in the shop. If we were crushed or flat, I went to flat. It's nice to change the scenery to where it's like I do flat during the week, and then I would Saturdays. I'd always work in the shop on Saturdays because that's usually always the busiest day. Yeah. But it's definitely nice to have the change of scenery, and I completely can relate to the doing mobile auto. Is yes, you're changing your scenery constantly. It's not going to get repetitive, and that's like the one thing with auto that. Good, but also sucks at the same time. Yeah, if you're in the shop constantly, you're gonna have your bad days. Oh yes. And it's like I don't want to be here right now. Thankfully, like go to someone's house, I throw some earbuds in, throw a podcast on, and I'm gonna talk to nobody. I'm gonna listen to no one. I can just do my job. Yeah. And just be left alone.
That's why I love it. I just put my earphones on and
honestly, having both skill sets, like doing what you're doing, mobile auto and residential commercial, like how often does that lead to a cross sell where you show up to do the car and now you're doing the house too?
A lot,
yeah.
Like, happens a lot.
Yeah.
I'm there to tint their car, and then I tell them about their house, and then we're moving in.
That's actually probably the best setting for that. Already be at their home. Hey, I can do this for this, right?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm already here. Want me to measure your windows real quick? I'll get you a price, and you just let me know.
Every day.
Yeah. At the WFCT this year, he was supposed to talk to a bunch of high school kids and he ended up making the finals. So very last minute, like right before it's supposed to happen, I get told like, hey, the finals are about to start. You need to go do that for me. So I go in there. And one of the things I was talking about while I was in there was like, it's a really cool industry, especially if you're young and you want to learn and you're willing to work hard. Like if you don't have a family or anything tying you anywhere right now, you could learn this skill and be like a nomad and go anywhere and
make money.
You can spend your summers in Florida and then see if you can get a work visa to go spend your summer in Australia. I mean, you could really go anywhere. And if you can do auto and flat, that's like you can do what you want, especially with how short most shops are. You show up and be a subcontractor somewhere for a summer, like most shops are going to take you.
Yeah.
It's just such a useful skill.
Yeah, no, we have one of our guys that we trained him. He ended up stepping out doing his own thing. I still use him as a subcontractor. We get heavy in cars. I'll bring him in. I taught him, started training him how to do flat glass, same thing. So if we get busy, I can bring him in. Yeah. And I'd mentioned that to him. I was like, would you want to go to Australia? He's like, absolutely. Mm-hmm. So that's actually something I need to do. I need to call when find a shop in Australia.
We know a couple people down there already.
Oh, yeah. I was going to call Solar Gard.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the right direction.
Oh my God, I can't remember his name right now. Was at WFCT like almost every year, and then he stopped coming because of COVID. Rob, yeah.
Oh yeah, we call him.
Yeah, call Rob. This dude was so funny. He was at WCT almost every year up until about COVID.
We gotta call him just to call him.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while. Last time I talked to him was like a Facebook like message or something.
But
yeah, that dude was fun.
Yeah, no, all the young guys that we bring in to train, it's one of those things. It's like I want to train people because I know the industry in general needs installers. We all do, and it's one of those things too. You can framing it to them like this is a craft you can take anywhere in the world.
Yes.
Like, let me train you. Give me a couple of years, get you refined, and also technically recoup my investment. And then past that, what you want to do, it's like, you know, we've had mostly like 19 and 20-year-olds come in. That's who we're training up. And it's like, I don't need you to commit to like, you're going to work for me for life. Like, dude, I had no idea what I was doing. I knew I was doing this because I got lucky and I was born into this. I enjoy doing it. Actually, I loved installing, and now I love doing like the business now that we've shifted over to the business side. Like, I'm enjoying doing that too. But it's like, if I was 20 years old, again, with the skill level I did have at that time, and I had nothing, technically, I wouldn't say tying me down. So my girlfriend at the time wasn't tying me down, but I ended up marrying my high school sweetheart. So it's like, at that time, I already have establishing my life to where if I didn't have that, I most definitely would have went and worked for one of the big guys or found somewhere and just hopped around, either like a company like NGS or Window Film Depot, where they're just landing gigantic projects throughout the country. Like, oh yeah,
I didn't know that.
NGS 2 years ago. I don't know if they did this past year. We weren't in the room long enough. So they're fairly certain they probably won top dealer of the year again. Previous year they did 64 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
All monster
did like
projects.
whole school districts and stuff. Like hundreds of those of square feet at a time in one contract.
Yeah. It's.
I wish.
I mean, those are monster projects. That takes so many. There's so many moving pieces.
I look forward to, because we definitely have a couple projects that we're going after, and then we do land them. If we do land them, it'll be nice. The number looks great, but at the same time, it's one of those things like I want to land it, but don't, because I know what stress is going to come with landing it.
Yeah, you got 9 months of stress rather than like a couple of days. You
got contract deadlines. If you're not done by this point, you start losing money. So you get halfway through the job and you get stalled on it for some reason. Like, you have a contract signed, you got to complete this job no matter what, or they're coming after you.
Oh yeah.
So that's the scary part behind it. But at the same time, getting through all that, I know obviously the payday at the end, as long as you price it right, worth it. To a point. It's how much stress are you willing to endure, or technically how many months or years of your life are you willing to shave off because of that stress for it to be worth it. So
that's where on the installer side, it's pretty sweet if you can be a subcontractor for someone like them, and you have the ability to go disappear and move somewhere else for a month. You can go make a lot of money as an installer really quick.
Yep. That's true. Do you guys have classes here?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what we ended up doing after we started the podcast, the next plan was, our biggest problem while we started scaling and really aggressively scaling was, like I said, the same problem everyone runs into. It's labor.
Yeah.
And fairly certain we all kind of train the same way, especially for flat glass. Auto, there are tons of academies out there for auto.
Yeah.
Flat, they're there, but it's really thin. I wanted somewhere selfishly that I can train my guys, but then also at the same time sell myself to the entire country. And hey, are you looking to, say you're just only doing auto and you want to grow your flat glass side? Because a lot of people, especially with glass now, the biggest scare is like, am I putting the right product on?
Oh yes.
So it was one of those things. All right, we can offer this as a class. We do a five-person class once a month, to where we can bring outsiders in, train them. But then also the big scheme of all that was to grow a subcontracting network with it. Yeah, so if we're bringing guys in to train them, they were willing to pay for training, and then we get hands-on experience with them for 3 days straight, to where it's like, all right, hey, if we get a big job in a certain area, would you want to participate? Which majority of the time it's like, absolutely, I would. And then they get the same thing, to where when they do the class, they also get access to that network too. So now you have the ability to bid after the big job that you might not have bid because you can't find the labor. You're not sure where you get the labor from. So it's like, you don't even attempt to bid that job because you're scared if they said yes. oh damn, I have 10,000 square feet I get done, and I have one other guy. I need installers. So that was like the big overall scheme for the academy.
Well, the one thing that I kind of should have expected, and you even said it again, you said reach the whole country. We're having people reach out to us for the academy from other countries even already. And
Wow.
Same thing we've heard from Roberta with California Tint Academy.
Yeah.
She's getting people internationally coming to her classes. Yeah, we've got a couple people right now that are possibly coming from Canada for one of our next classes. So that's been the power of the podcast, though. Every person I've talked to that's been in that type of scenario is like, yeah, I've been listening to the podcast for a year. Love the information and want to come learn from you guys. So it's been kind of cool seeing it play out. Now we've been at it for 2 years.
How long have you guys been doing the podcast?
2 years.
2 years
wow.
now.
Yeah, almost exactly 2 years.
Yeah,
I think the first episode came out in November 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're coming up on the 100th episode
Yeah.
at some point. You should probably know what that is.
Yeah, that'll be soon, actually.
Yeah. I was looking at that the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the main point of this was for content.
No,
Is to get the word out. You can tint your house, because that's always the one thing. I'm assuming you hear the same thing.
Yeah.
I can tint your house. Oh, you can do that, and then you do it, and they're like, I wish I would have known about this. I would have done this years ago. It's
A lot of people don't.
Oh yeah, I heard that my whole life, and I was like, okay, and then you look around and you see how few houses and businesses are actually tinted, and you realize like, oh, this is untapped. Talking to my kids, like friends' parents at sporting events and stuff, and they're on a team long enough, and they see me show up in my work shirt, like, what do you do? Oh, tint. But I mainly do the houses and the buildings because I've been on the flat glass side exclusively for a while now. And they're like, you can do that? And then all of a sudden I'm tinting their house. And it's like, you hear that over and over and over again. It's like, okay, we need to put as much content out humanly possible that educate people that this is even possible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
what we're doing now.
And then you don't need to worry about somebody else that you trained leaving and like being in competition, because there's not enough of us, and there will never be. Like,
even beyond that, because I've heard that from like numerous people I've had conversations with, like that, I just want them to be taught how to install. I'll do the sales. I don't want them to learn that part because they're worried about them going off and doing their own thing. It's like, all right, I get it, but at the same time, like, how hard this is running the business. Like, it's not just we go install film. It's like you actually have to run the business.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be able to pull that off? And it's if they think they can, dude, more power to you.
Yeah.
help them. That's another like. Yeah, anybody that leaves here, I want to have a good enough relationship. And we've got it right now. Yeah. Actually, we've had guys recently that we trained from the ground up that have left to go do their own thing. And they still come back here and work for us as a sub like all the time.
Sun shines for everybody.
Yeah. Scarcity mindset is not good for anybody.
No. I'd rather keep the relationship. And then I always have someone to where I know where they're trained at. They know how we operate. And a big enough project will almost get anybody to be like, I can have some spare time. Like we had a guy throughout this past summer that he stepped away, I think 2 years ago, and just stepped away to go do something completely different. Got into IT, and then I'm pretty sure AI ruined that for him. And then now he got into truck driving. While he was doing that, taking all of his tests to get his CDL.
It was right when we were super busy.
Yeah, it was perfect timing. Like all of a sudden, my manager reached out to me and said, "Hey, Sal was wondering if he can come work a couple days." I was like, absolutely. I've got zero problem with that. Like we need him right now. Like just tell him to let us know what days he wants to work, and just when he says that he can work that day, just make sure he shows up that day. And he held up his end of the bargain. That's the only thing I ask of the guys too. Like, hey, if I'm going to feed you work, just don't blow an appointment. You blow an appointment, I probably won't want to send work to you anymore.
Of course.
So, but it worked out perfectly. So he was able to go do his classes, do his testing and stuff. And in between all that, he was like working for us, like I think 2 or 3 days a week. He's making good money. And then eventually he got done with his classes. And then he's like, all right, I can't do it anymore. Got to go start driving. I was like, all right, well, I appreciate it. This worked out perfectly for me.
Helped each other out.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. And I know he's still somebody who, again, big enough project, I can give him a phone call and say, you got a couple days? And it's like, why not? I wouldn't say it's free money, but as soon as you have the skill of doing flat glass with the right project, which most of those projects are the right project, they're all commercial jobs. Full gasket, big windows, that anyone who has tinted before in the past, and it's like, all right, I know I can bring you in from that. You haven't tinted in 2 years, but I know you know how to do the basics. And this is an easy enough job to where I need bodies.
Yeah.
Like, yes, other guys are going to outproduce you, but at the same time, you're going to make a good paycheck through this. And they're like, absolutely, let's go.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So compared to this year to last year, how has business been? Because last year we saw a little bit of a downturn.
This year was a little bit better. There's a lot more flat glass this year than last year.
That's good. Yeah. That's the one market I want to see get bigger.
That's the one market that I want to go towards.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. Cars are getting.
That's what we've gotten a lot of. I've talked to at least a couple of guys that are the interest in the academy have been that. I've been doing auto for the past 10 years. I'm 38. Like I want to start phasing out the flat.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it.
And that's honestly the target for us for the classes right now. Like the classes we're holding right now that's the audience. Someone who's got at least 4 years auto experience or a couple of years of flat at least. That way we don't have to teach them the basics. The classes we're running right now aren't like from the ground up basics courses. It's more advanced, like someone that already understands how to handle film, teach them the sales side, the marketing, how to meter and test the glass, determine which films to use, give them a couple of days of like heavy hands-on, show them some like extra little tips and tricks that can make the install process go easier. And now you can increase your revenue on your business if you're mainly focused on cars, because there's so many of those people out there. Have you done flat from the beginning?
Yeah, I've done flat.
Oh, that's good.
Auto and flat since I started. Yeah.
And you say so you're switching, you're moving it to flat, but which one did you have more fun doing?
Cars.
Yeah. I don't
more challenge, more. I love doing classic cars.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna say those are usually the only cars I touch now.
Yeah.
For the majority part of the time. Like if a classic car comes in, it's like, all right, I'm gonna put my tool belt on. I want to do this.
Yeah, that's more of a challenge to me. More.
Yeah. Those are definitely more. Those projects are a lot more fun, without a doubt. They're a lot more fun.
Yeah. I've been so much just exclusively flat glass for so long that occasionally I'll get back here early or something, and the boys will have a car back there and like, hey, can I shrink this back window? Can I help you guys out? I just want to shrink this window real quick. And just like, for some reason, just shrinking a back window is so satisfying. Like, I get why people like to watch those videos on social media, but doing it even is just like, oh, I kind of miss this. But I'll let you guys install it. I'm not climbing in the back seat.
No, I look forward to competing in auto at Tint battles.
How is that? I've never competed. I've been asked, and
it's so fun. Honestly, the best part of it is the networking and hanging out with everybody from the industry. Mm-hmm. The competition part almost has become secondary to me. Like the competing's fun. It's stressful. It's weird. Like
secondary.
Yeah. Huh? What did I say?
Second. You said second.
So yeah, secondary. I think I said it.
You did. I'm just messing with you. Where is it? Second. Just messing with you.
Oh, got you.
Click.
The competing part, even as many times as we've gone now, for some reason, even though you're just tinting a window, like the automotive side, I haven't done in a couple of years now, but every time we do the automotive division, like going to cut, like I'm like, why is my hand shaking? Like, but the networking and hanging out with everybody from the industry and the people that keep coming back year after year and the relationships that we've built in doing that has been the most valuable thing in my mind.
Oh, without a doubt. No, I started competing in 2012. I was 25 and cocky as all hell. I started competing in auto first. I've said this numerous times. I consider myself more an auto tenant than I do flat glass. That's where I first learned auto to begin with, and then I phased over to flat when I realized like, oh, you can make good money in auto. It just takes you, I would say, you have to be about a 7 to 8 year installer dialed in to make good money in auto. So it's just a longer journey. Flat, within 2 or 3 years, you can make good money. But it does get stale and it gets repetitive. That's the downfall of flat. So it's got like finding that happy medium. That was where I liked going from back and forth. But I started in 2012 competing in auto, and then didn't do flat glass competition until 2015. 2015, and I missed 2013. That was the year I got married. So when we went back, 14 was in Baltimore, and then 15 was up in Reno. And that was the first time I actually went for more than one category. And I just told Solar Gard, hey, put me in all three. Like I know how to do paint protection. At that point, I had zero business competing in paint protection. like I could get the job done, but like my goal going into that was just don't take last. That was my biggest thing. Is just don't take last. And I didn't. I think I took like third from last, if I remember correctly. But the biggest thing with those competitions, it's made me a better installer.
Yeah.
And just watching everyone install, you see so many people do it at an elite level that do it differently than you, and it's just like, well, how are you doing that? And it's like when you see it, definitely go up to them, talk to them, and majority of everybody will be very open and talk about their techniques and all that. And that's something that has developed, I think, for over the past 10 years. Before that, our industry was extremely cutthroat, especially early 2000s. No one wanted to train anybody because you don't want competition. Manufacturers were cutthroat. Like, if you saw anyone else's film, we're going to yank our film from you. I mean, I know, like, back then, like, if you were a 3M dealer, if 3M caught you selling anything else, yank, you were not selling 3M anymore.
Wow. And
I think 2008 is when that all went away because the economy crashed. And every manufacturer was just happy that, hey, you bought film from us.
They'll sell film to anybody at that point.
Yeah, they didn't care. So, and then I think from that point on, it definitely has loosened up, and it definitely has gotten to the point now. I mean, we sell Panorama, we're a 3M Prestige dealer, and we're a Huper Optik dealer. Early 2000s, that was unheard of. Being able to sell all the top tier films from those three companies, it was like, no, you either sell ours or we don't let you sell any. Yeah. You know, so it's definitely has loosened up. But definitely those competitions, it's seeing people do it, because I would say 50% of the people there, I'll be more generous, 75% of the people there they're installing would hire them instantly. 25 of them would pay them 30% more than I'd pay anyone else, just because I know I'm hiring myself as an installer. Like, it's like, if you could pay for yourself, would you pay over the top of that? Absolutely, I would. Of course. Because what that person's going to be able to output is, you can put a price tag on it, but it's hard to find. It's real hard to find.
I have 2 years I haven't found somebody to.
It's a challenge. And even when we started training people, we've gotten better and better at it. Especially before this all opened up, we were already trying to start scaling and bring people in. And I've seen my dad through the years. We bring in tinners that, apply. Hey, I know what I'm doing. They do know what they're doing, but tinners are stubborn. I mean, I'm stubborn as shit. So it's like, I don't fault anyone for it. But it's like, every time I brought somebody now that's like knows what says they know what they're doing, it's like, I won't change it or ask you to change anything until the same problem keeps happening.
True.
Then I'm gonna make a suggestion for you to change something, and it's like, I just don't want to hear anything back, because if you can't solve the problem yourself, like, I'm not saying do it exactly like this. I'm saying try this, and then mix that into what you're doing, because obviously you're having an issue and we need this solved, because we keep getting the same call for the same mistake on these windows. We got to do something. And just like I said, tinners are stubborn. Like, we've come across a couple guys that want to adapt and learn, and they've been great. Two of my auto guys, one we brought on, I think he's coming up on, he's a couple months away from being with us for a year. But like, we brought him on, and like, if anything, like, he's gotten faster and faster. And that was like, if you wanted to give him a negative review, it'd just be like, oh, he just needs to get faster. But that comes with time.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
You can't expect someone to be fast. And I don't want you to be fast to begin with.
Keep the quality up.
Yeah, I want the quality there. Like, I can teach you speed, but I need you to get the repetition in, making sure that it comes out quality. And then I'll show you how to cut things out or be more efficient and be a faster installer. But I want quality to begin with. And that's where we found our luck, was bringing on just guys who knew nothing. I just want a good attitude, show up on time, want to make money, and you're willing to learn. You give me those 4 traits, I don't care if you even know what window film is.
Right.
I'll teach you all that. I got no problem with that. I can teach you how to install. Installing, in my eyes, it's not like this super difficult thing. It's just your surface is going to change constantly, and it's knowing how to address your surface and solve the problem. All right, you got contamination over here. All right, this is what you need to do. Don't wet the window, wet your film only. This is why it's happening. And then you just have to be able to see those problems as you're going into the house, which majority of new homes you don't have problems with. It's when you get to something old school cars and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Same thing.
you need the repetition. Like, you're not going to get better. Like, I'd say I'm good at classic cars, because unfortunately my first couple classic cars didn't look good. Or took me an entire day to do the one car, and I learned from it, and then I've gotten better from it. Same thing with flat glass. Like, it's all repetition. You have to be able to rep it out. I mean, the last 2 guys we had in here, to begin with, obviously would not have hired them. But by the time they got done on the third day, I was looking at both of them like, if we were walking into a new home right now, vinyl windows, I would send you guys out right now. Like I'd hand you the rolls, hand you the patterns. You guys know, you understand now what I would say is acceptable, not acceptable.
Yeah.
And I'd send you out. You can do it. Commercial within the first day of them installing, by the time they got through like their fourth or fifth rep, I was like, if we had a commercial job right now, I'd send you to it. It might take you longer than my guys, but you would still get the job done. Yeah. And you'll just get faster over time.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it just
takes time.
Yeah. But I would highly encourage any one of the competitions. Like WFCT is definitely a lot more
Tinner battles would be fun.
Strict.
What is that show that was on not too long ago?
Tinner battles?
Yeah.
It probably was. That was
in Reno, wasn't it?
That was WFCT.
That's WFCT. So that one is
Window Film Mag.
Window Film Mag. So they have that one is definitely, I would say, more of what people would say is a strict competition. Like when you hit the competition floor, you can't talk to no one. No one can talk to you. You can get disqualified. You get knocked for points. Like I got knocked a point in my finals round. I left a piece of tin on my ladder.
It was like stuck to the side of the back of the ladder, hanging on it.
Yeah. Which I ended up finding out it cost me third place.
Wow.
Because it cost me a point. And with that point, I would have been...
A blade left anywhere is DQ.
DQ.
Wow.
Because they're treating it like if it's a customer's house or a job and you left a blade on site, that's the ultimate sin.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're really strict. That's a big one, and they doubled the prize money this year. The really fun one to go to, which I would highly encourage, is Tinner Battles, which is going to be in February or
January.
January
10th and 11th.
Houston. That'll be. We went 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Awesome. Carlos, the Texas Squeegee. You've probably seen his content.
Yeah, crazy guy, right?
Yeah, he runs that. He's awesome. Carlos is an entertainer.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I was
He's an entertainer. Like you actually meet him and talk with him. He's not the Texas Squeegee. He's Carlos, but the Texas Squeegee is like his persona. Like, awesome dude. And his story is the same as what I was talking about earlier when we first started this. He was still kind of new to tint, hadn't been tinting very long.
What are you talking about? He started when he was 16 with his uncle.
But when he broke off on his own is when he started doing social media hard.
Yeah,
but he wasn't running his own thing for very long when he had content start going heavy, and he started having people come to him from out of town to come get ceramic tint done from him because he had a YouTube video that went crazy about ceramic tint. So like he blew up his business and got bigger in the industry because he realized how powerful content was. And like right now it's if you know what you're doing already and you can get the work done, if you can increase the quality and the quantity of your content, you'll be busier than you can handle.
Yeah. I've seen your stuff hits my feed constantly.
Yeah.
Like your sponsored ads, I see them constantly. You talking in front of the camera. So like when I saw it, I pulled it up and I was like, "Yep, I've seen him. I've seen it on Instagram." Like that. Just keep doing that, and like that's the big thing. Like I would say, when my dad was in his heyday, it was Yellow Pages, obviously.
Yeah,
that was Yellow Pages was king. Social media is that now.
Yeah.
Is flood the market. You know, can't be perfect because there is no such thing as perfect. Just like in our industry. Just put the video out. It's going to feel awkward and it's not going to like it. And I mean, like I've now been challenged by my business mentor. I have to make a pitch video every day for the next 30 days. Because that's like, if you look at our content, we have a lot of the podcast content. We have installation content. We really don't have that much pitching content of like, hey, this is what we can do. Come on in today. Like give us a call, get you in today, stuff like that. So he's like, you need to ramp that up.
And it doesn't need to be like long or scripted out either. Like just be authentically you. People that vibe with you are going to click and they're going to follow along. They're going to engage and that'll turn into work. Like you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but there's enough people on there that like somebody's going to be like, oh, I want that dude to do my work. Like that's all it takes. Right. So training wise too, have you ever played around with trying to hire somebody who knows nothing and train them from the ground up?
Yeah, but they always come around when it's summertime and I'm just going.
Yeah.
I don't have time to stop.
So for flat glass, what we did in the past before having this, and we still kind of do it, I think the best thing, and it like especially like commercial windows, you pull gaskets.
Well,
so like we've always started people out as like an apprentice where it's like if they can make you faster and make it to where you can get more work done throughout the day, all the basics, you know, prepping and helping unload and load the vehicle, all of those things where maybe you can get an extra job in for the day, and over 6 months to a year, you can have somebody trained up just by having them start with those things. Like if they can get to the point that they can prep the window perfectly for you and you're putting it on and like, hey, they're doing good with prepping now they're ready to start installing, and then have them practice on their own home. Or like, that's the other thing. Like in the past, even it took us the longest time to realize this. And it's one of the things we teach in the class. Cutting is the thing I think most people are the most afraid of. And it would always be like, all right, we'll try to tint that window. And they would try and it would be messed up and then just throw the whole piece away and go to another. No, take that piece off, wet it, like especially in a practice setting like your own home, bump it over the edge again and practice cutting it again. You can get 20, 30, 40 cuts out of one piece of film if you just keep practicing on that one piece. Then once they get comfortable with cutting and then they can prep, I mean, the rest is pretty simple.
Oh, yeah.
Those have been like huge little things that have, I think, been beneficial for us to get people trained up faster.
Yeah. I have my son's friend. He comes and helps me every so often, which I'm trying to get him dialed in, but we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you got someone with a good attitude that wants to learn, stick with them.
Yeah, he has a good attitude. And he's tall, so.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, no.
I'm always jealous of the tall guys. I don't even have to use a step stool on some of these windows. Like, man.
Yeah, no problem. He's just like, oh, man.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's the perfect height. There's one guy that always competes that when I first started competing, his name's Caleb Skillett. He's from, he's out of Missouri, works with Midwest Tint. And the first time I saw him, I was like, this is unfair. Like he can see the top of the window. Like we gotta get on step stools. Like he got on the step stool and his head's above the top edge. I'm like,
there's a video of him from the Reno WFCT where that's the commentary is how tall he is. Like,
yeah. And it's just like, that's unfair. I think you guys should move his window higher.
Right.
Let's make this even. If we're gonna really say this is fair, come on, let's make this even. But yeah, no, I always wished I was just a little bit taller. It's like I'm the one that I always got stuck with doing the crazy windows on a ladder because I am a little bit taller than him.
Yeah, you're just enough taller than
to where it's like, well, no, you gotta do it. You're taller. You can reach better. I'm like, can't argue with that. That's 100% right.
Yeah.
But no, height is definitely. It's like when I have a guy who comes in, it's like I want to learn flat glass. It's like 5'6". I'm like, I'll teach you. Yeah, you're gonna fall in love with a 4-foot ladder, dude.
Right?
Like, well, everyone else is hopping on a step stool or not. You're gonna be on a 4-foot ladder. Sorry, like because everything tends to be just out of reach to where you're hopping on something.
Oh yes.
And a lot of people don't realize, like, especially if it is a 4-foot ladder, if you got to go up and down that thing for every single window, you're adding time on, and there's nothing you can do about it because unless you throw some stilts on and the whole job's that size, and like you're going up and down constantly.
Even lifted trucks, I got to get a ladder to put the driver's side.
Our auto manager, that's what he's got to do too. A little bit on the shorter side. I think he's a little shorter than Josh. And same thing. It's like whenever we get the big lifted trucks, it's like, all right, step stool.
Yeah, I got to get a step stool.
However, you got to get the job. And what sucks with those vehicles is windshields. That's the horrible part. Is doing someone's windshield or transits, like any of those bigger vans.
Yeah.
Trying to stand in the seal of those and reach out, you can't. So now you got to get a ladder, and it doesn't completely set up against the vehicle to where you can reach out like nicely. So you're straddling and reaching over, and
jumping on the tire, stepping on the tire.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've seen some videos of guys like just like almost like foot out, like shoe off, standing on the hood. I'm like,
yep.
I don't know if I would be. I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that, but hey, man, you gotta get the job done. So whatever you got to do.
Oh yeah.
But no, I would definitely highly recommend going to at least one of the events. Tinner Bows is really good because the event in general, high energy, like I guess that's the biggest reason why it's still everything is judged off of quality and perfection, but at the same time, it's not so rigid to where like when you're competing, there's no talking. Like, no, you can,
the crowd's like cheering and going crazy,
you amped up and gets you going. And it's like you can, if you want to throw headphones on and not pay attention to anyone, you can do that too. Like WCC, you can't have any electronics on you.
Wow,
nothing. If you have even like watch wise, like this year actually I just left my watch on, but like if you have a smartwatch and all of a sudden it vibrates or something, you get caught looking at it. There's a chance you can get disqualified if someone notices you.
Wow.
Like
Because it might be somebody reminding you to pick the blade off the ground.
tape
Or,
measure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, this year I had
Well, there's a lot of money on the line for that one too. I think is why they're so strict with it.
Yeah, there is. But, you know,
This year it was 40,000 for automotive and 20,000 for architectural, 20,000 for paint protection,
Yep.
10,000 for, or was it 20 for
20
the
for decorative. 20 for decorative.
What do they have you do? Just the doors or the whole car?
So in auto this year, it was you had to do 2 doors and you had 25 minutes to do it. So
and that's round one. Then the top 10,
12.
top 12 from that round make it to the final. And this year they made it, what, a back window and a windshield?
Yeah, it's the first time they did on a full. They did a full
first time
windshield.
they've ever had a windshield. But this year, yeah, the final round was back window and a windshield and how 45?
60 minutes was an
Man,
eternity.
they gave them a lot of time.
Yeah, that's where it's like the judges. They got, I wouldn't say pushback, but they're like people felt like they needed more time in the first round, which I don't think you need. 25 minutes to do 2 doors, you should be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
Finals, I thought it was a little excessive on time. 60 minutes for front and back.
Yeah. That's
You know, I think a lot of people finished. I think the person even won. I think he finished with like 12 minutes to go, and it's like at that point, you can sit there and keep criticizing your work, but you probably make it worse if you keep going after it. So it's like you got to find the happy point of like, all right, done.
And time's the tiebreaker. So if two people have the exact same score, which doesn't happen very often, it has happened.
Once in I can recall.
Was it you?
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, in flat glass. I literally won because I finished 10 seconds before the other guy did.
Wow.
We tied. Like our score was the same. And that was the one person that I knew when I raised my done sign. Like, all right, I know I finished before him. And when they were judging it, he was inside watching, and he's like, they keep going back between yours and this guy. So I'm like, okay, I know I finished before him. The other 2 guys finished before me. So I was like, so if we tie somehow, I know I got it because I was done 10 seconds before him. And when we got our score sheets back, we ended up tying. And that's like about the only time I've seen a tie in a score sheet is at that time. It's very rare. Like that's where I kind of went against my own rule of thumb this year is use all the time. Don't think time's going to decide anything. I threw my done sign up a little too early in flat glass, still like 30 seconds. And as soon as I threw it up, I turned around and looked at my window and saw water in one of my corners. And it was like, I could have just pushed that out real quick. I'm pretty certain I had my squeegee in my hand with a paper towel on it. Like, so it had just been a very easy, just boop. And that could
but at the same time, in 2018, I did do that, and I went and carded a corner that I didn't put my paper towel on my card. I didn't put my paper towel on my card because I just sanded it because it was competition, and I had a paper towel holder on my hip even, and put a little micro scratch in it. And that was the year that he beat me by half a point, and I had a deduction of a point for a scratch. Yeah. So it
happens.
Is what it is.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, I made the same mistake in the finals. I cut my left side on my second window without verifying that I had coverage everywhere.
Oh, man.
So I cut it, and then all of a sudden I went to go cut my right side. And as soon as I pushed the film in, I realized I was about that short in the bottom corner. And it's like, I have the video, you can see me start looking around the window. Like I'm trying to figure out how I can twist or tweak this thing. And it's like, all right, this isn't happening. And then I just shifted it over a bit, and I was just like, it is what it is. I'll let the judges decide what's going to happen. And end up, like I said, I think I had the third best window in the finals. So like it still was a good window. There was a manufacturer defect in one of my windows that like I didn't notice until I went to go stick my second piece, and then I saw it, and I was just like, I don't have time to pull it because I could have marked it and pulled it and put a new piece on it. I wouldn't have got a deduction for it. I didn't have time, so it's like, all right, I'm gonna live with this, and you know, that's the fun thing about the competitions. Like it's you got to have a good day because like I said, the top 25% of everyone that's competing there, we're all on the same level. We all can do the same thing, and we all putting out the exact same quality. Was it your day? Yes or no? And, you know, did you miss the piece of lint that was in the air while you were going to transfer your film on? You know, simple little things like that. Like it's, you know, but it's the biggest thing is growing my installation skills, just watching everyone compete, seeing people do things a different way, and then going like, okay. And then after talking to them, and then they tell you why they do it, it's like, oh, I'm gonna try that out. You try it, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna steal this little part of it, and you implement it in what you're doing, and it's just like, wow, that was extremely helpful. So.
The other big thing with tinner battles is the content creation there.
Yeah.
Like one of the videos of him last year got how many millions of views?
Wow.
On Facebook, it's at like 26 million.
Yeah.
Instagram, it's like 17.8. I think it's about to crest an 18 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's
It's-
Carlos is real. Like the whole thing is meant to be entertainment. That he's capturing content of everything, and everybody there can capture their own content too and post it. And that's what that's centered around: is how many eyeballs can we get on window tint? That's where he's crushed it.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, that's the biggest thing. And if you match his energy, you give them something to commentate, they match it with their commentating, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Him and David Carley are hilarious together. Their ability to commentate tinting and do it in a way to make it seem like it's a professional sport is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That one of Marcus this year, how many millions of views is that at now?
oh, I know it's 25 plus.
Yeah. And it had like Jamie Lee Curtis like shared it.
Really?
Yeah. Like you see these celebrities that are liking
John Mayer.
John Mayer.
Wow.
Liked it.
Yeah, that's like, it's like she even like, on Instagram you can repost something now. If you go look at Jamie Lee Curtis's Instagram, she's only ever reshared like 5 things, and the very last thing she reshared is Marcus with his mohawk tinting a window and them commentating it. And it's like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. And it worked out great for us because I sponsored him this year. So he's got our colors on.
Yeah, he's wearing
That's good.
yeah. And then he took third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, we appreciate you coming down.
Yeah,
No
man.
problem. Appreciate you guys
Sitting and
having
having a
me.
conversation.
Yeah.
Definitely have to do it again sometime in the future.
Sure.
I will say definitely we'll have a conversation after the fact. And if I get people that are calling us that want mobile,
Yeah.
I've got no problem pushing them your way.
Please do.
Because it's like I said, it's something that I don't offer, and I don't plan on offering anytime soon. But if I can push them somewhere where I know they can be taken care of, I've got no problem with that.
100%. Where can people find you?
702tint.com or phone number is 702-984-9144.
What's your IG handle?
702tint.
702 Tint.
Yeah, on all of them, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
And
All right, check them out, guys. Especially if you want mobile tint. You want it mobile?
mobile tint, all Las Vegas and surrounding areas.
All right.
Here we do the same thing. People are like, well, how far we go? I'm like, dude, your money's green, right? How far do you
Yeah.
want me to go?
Yeah, we've tinted houses in Bullhead and Laughlin,
Oakland.
Yeah,
Same here.
Bel Air.
yeah,
Yeah, we want everywhere.
yeah.
As long as, hey, money's green, I'll go over wherever you want me to.
Yeah.
The price is right. I'm there.
Exactly.
Price is right.
Wherever
I'm
you
there.
want me to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you know how this works. Follow along. We appreciate you tuning in. Until next time, have a good one.
Thank you.
guys.